is Govs Radio.
Govs Radio.
Hi, everybody. It is Friday the 27th.
I can't even remember what day it is anymore.
It doesn't even really matter, does it? I think it's Friday the 27th, we think. I sure hope it is, because we're not coming in tomorrow.
No, I had to look it up, and I set everything up, and I'm like, what day is it? I thought it was the 25th. And so I lost 48 hours.
It's a Knockem Dead comedy radio show coming at you live from Governor's Comedy Club. GovsRadio.com, here at Governor's, the legendary Governor's Comedy Club here in Levittown, New York. Knockem Dead Comedy, Govs.com, GovsRadio.com. Hi, everybody. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. Danielle Asher is watching, our co-host on Wednesdays. Hello, Danielle. Tom Galati watching. I just lost all my... Whoops. I'm making a mess. There we go. Hello, Knockers, says Tom Galati. Rich Rada. Dr. Kent Bichelle, and all you lovely knockers out there, thanks for tuning in this morning. Hope you're doing well. Are you guys? Hello, Gina.
You could keep that up there if you want. It's not going to bother me, and then I could see it too. Because sometimes I don't even go on the Facebook thing because I'm looking at other things. Unless that bugs you. Does that bug you? You could put it like
you bug me
much closer to you. I know. How's everyone doing with quarantine?
But now you hit.
I know. I hit all
just leave it right there. Just leave it right there.
Is that good? All right.
And then all right. Okay.
See, we almost were getting along till I broke everything.
What I wouldn't give for a KDC with Tony, Sallie, and Eric just to feel like the old routine again. We agree 100%. 100%. Unfortunately, yeah, I mean, Eric is more than welcome if he wants to call, and we'll FaceTime him and throw him up on the screen there. But I don't know. He's not.
They were blending two
around.
family germs, so we're trying to not do that. But
coming in is not an option, unfortunately.
Yeah.
How is it still March? Yeah, it is definitely the longest month ever. Good morning, everybody. Are you guys getting used to this? Not the virus and the mess. I mean, just the staying home. Just
it's
the way
a
things have been.
Snowstorm that never ends.
Because I'm not. Let me see your knocker, says Andrew Plagianos. Charles Goonan is watching. Hello, Charles. Tom Glotty, planning to do my show from... should we be doing a drum roll or something right now? What?
Dun, dun, dun,
Like
dun,
we're waiting with bated
dun,
breath
dun,
here.
dun.
Let me see your... I just read that already. So are you guys getting used to this routine? Are you used to being home? Are you used to not being able to go anywhere? Like it doesn't seem like anybody is.
It is kind of funny because, like, you have time on your hand. You're like, let's go to a... No, we can't do that. Like the movies.
I'll tell you what's happened to me, because, running a comedy troupe like Eric and I do, Knockem Dead Comedy, there's obviously no shows. Our whole business is, public performance, and so there's nothing to plan, nothing going on. So that's completely on hold. And other than doing our show and talking to the other show hosts with what's going on, there's not much to do behind the scenes here at the station. Whether it's, sponsors or something here in the studio, because we can't interact. We can't do any face-to-face stuff. Nobody else is allowed in this room. So what's happened to me is I'm just so used to having so much time that I'm not doing the things that I could be doing.
What do you mean?
Like, for example, my phone is loaded with photos.
Oh, yeah. I have to do that, too.
And I have, tons of stuff, and to the point where my storage is just about full.
I'm there,
so
too.
I need to take some time to upload, stuff onto my computer, from the phone so I can clear up the storage. And I'm just so used to just kind of doing... I'm really getting used to the fact that I have time that I'm not even getting around to.
Like you're not taking advantage. You're not putting it in your planner. Like
right.
I put things in my planner, and I kind of force myself to do it that way. Like I have to give Charlie a bath today, and I want to put Kevin's got a BMX bike that he literally rode twice, but he disagrees with me. He says that I didn't know all the times he went out for a bike ride, but the thing still has like the little rubber little lines that stick out of the tire when they're new. Like they're not even gone. Mm-hmm. So, and he got it when he was 11. So I was thinking, maybe I'll I see people riding bikes all over the place, and Kevin isn't going to ride it because he's too, big for it now. So I was thinking maybe I'll put it on eBay or something, give some kids something to do.
Well, yeah, Danielle says she wouldn't say she's used to it, but she's making the best of it. How? How are you making the best of it, Danielle? Rich Rada says he's cooking every day.
We still don't have anything to complain about compared to some families. And I don't want to be like that guy, oh, it's worse for everyone else. But it is. New York, America already just took over having the most cases in the world. New York is the epicenter for the heebie-jeebies. And
that'd be cool if they called it that.
And in the in New York City, they're already making makeshift refrigerators for morgues because there's not going to be enough morgues. They haven't done that since 9/11. It's really, really a big deal. So the fact that I have time to wash my dog tomorrow.
True.
Isn't all that bad.
Andrew Plagianos was built for this because he hates people.
I know. That's kind of how I am, too. It's like an introvert's dream.
As we can tell. Ed Viteri is watching. Danny Coronado is watching. Hey, Danny. Gina says, big thank you to Mike O'Toole for keeping some shows going on from home. Yeah, we...
Yep.
Yeah, I
absolutely
posted something yesterday thanking him. I've been thanking him pretty much every day.
Yeah, Mike O'Toole said, all right, I'll set up this whole entire system where people can do it from home. There'll be complete directions that everyone can follow. And Mike O'Toole deals with me and teaches me like a monkey. So he's a teacher at BOCES. He's really good at teaching and giving good information. And he said, I'm going to put it out in such a way because I don't have the time to have all hosts call me about doing this. And then we're like, okay, Mike. And then 5 times a day we call him. Yeah. So I feel bad for him.
Matt Stakowski from Comedians on Hockey says he's getting fatter by the minute.
Yeah, no kidding, man. Because I used to, walk dogs and stuff. And, obviously all the mommies and daddies of these dogs that I walk are home now. So I don't really... I don't have that, so now I'm just but I have dogs in my own house. I guess I could take them for a run.
Bobby Inns. Hello, Bobby Inns. He says, Hendrickson Park in Valley Stream is full of people, walkers, but they're like zombies. Yeah, we actually met up with some friends yesterday. MJ's parents. MJ from Punk Rap, etc. We met up with her parents yesterday, and we walked around Seaman's Neck Park in Seaford. I wouldn't say it was overly crowded, but it was.
Every time you say Seaman's Neck Park, I laugh. I'm sorry. I'm 12.
Disgusting.
I'm sorry. Who names the road Seaman's Neck?
You go near someone and you look like you're a rabid stray dog. Yes, I did notice that. And it was just weird because we hang out, MJ's parents, they're good friends of ours, and we hang out with them normally a lot. But it was weird, kind of going, we had to be out in public and we had to sit a certain distance, at the park. We didn't shake hands. We didn't even elbow bump. We just, okay, see you later. It's just so, I just hope it's not the norm. I hope we're not setting a precedent for when this is all over. I mean, I'm sure there's going to be people, trying to be proactive and trying to take care of themselves. But, man, I sure hope we can still freaking handshake and hug, for crying out loud.
Yeah, the huggers are having a really hard time with this. I'm like a big time hugger, and I'm like, I have to
Daniel,
stay away.
I'm out of work, so doing a lot of things to market myself. That sounds a little.
She is now into prostitution.
Taking on online workshops. All right, that's a good idea. Watching lots of concerts, cooking, yoga, phone movie dates with friends. I am always busy. Phone movie dates with friends. Oh, that's a cool idea.
Well, I think, and I'm going to not do this well, but Instagram 2 days ago just rolled out a thing called watching something. It's like
I'm sorry, who
go
did?
watching Instagram, Facebook's Instagram,
yeah,
where you can go into the messenger with a friend or maybe even more than one friend and watch a YouTube at the same time together. So it's like it kind of helps the social distancing, especially for like the youngins who use Instagram all the time.
Yeah.
So
Ed Vitteri's working more hours than ever, like Christmas at UPS. Yeah, I bet, and the garbage men are probably working a lot too.
Yeah, they were saying that on 12 News yesterday, that like everyone's taking the time to like clean out their garage and their rooms, and the poor garbage men have like like probably 15 times more their normal pickups.
Andrew Fremder, Jessica Sorrell. Hi guys, Ken Pichel, Charles Goonan. I think Charles. Yeah, I think we should call this the heebie-jeebie virus.
The heebie-jeebies.
Not Stevie-jeebie.
Okay.
Heebie-jeebie.
This is so fun, and I didn't even like tell Tony I was going to see this or say this because I just not that we ever talk about works anyway. We're like the worst at planning this stuff, but this just came up on my memories, and it's just so funny. So Sam, who's like 20 now, he was like 15 at the time, and he comes downstairs and he goes, it's weird. The last 2 days I'm constipated at night, but not during the day. So I'm staring at him and I'm like, do you mean congested? And he goes, what? And then I could tell like in his head, he was like, and then he goes, oh no. He goes, I think I might have told a couple of people today that I was constipated last night. It makes sense now why they didn't say anything. And then I just looked at him. I was like, do we have to move again? And he goes, if you don't mind.
And now you have to move again because now she's repeating it again these years later.
I know, but it was so funny.
Kent Pichel, I made it into limo Zoom last. Oh, did they? What they like? We could see you. They bridged you in through with the Zoom. Gives option to join as video or audio this evening. Testing with Joaquin for Dr. P and Mrs. P on a new day tomorrow. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, a lot of going back to thanking Mike O'Toole for keeping a lot of the shows going because they're doing it from their house and they're Zooming with each other and. Like Limo Talk did last night, they zoomed in 4 or 5 windows, thanks to Mike, and they were able to do their show. And a new day will be doing that tomorrow. They're going to be zooming in with their special guests, Ken and April Pichel. So we're very excited about that. And speaking of this weekend, we do have some shows coming at you this weekend. As we just said, a new day tomorrow at 11. MJ with Punk Rap, etc. She's doing a bonus show, I believe, at 2.
Yeah, from 2 to 4 on Saturday, she's going to do an extra one. Her show usually lasts like an hour or two on Wednesday night, and it's a great show. Like it really is a really good show. And her show on Wednesday, because of I think her phone died or her iPad died or something died. It was only like 37 minutes. So she said she has more time on her hands since her job is having her, lay low for a while.
Her iPad battery ran out, so that's why her show was only 37 minutes?
She actually said that. She's like, oh, great. My phone's about to die. Oh, great. The computer just died too. Something.
Doing the show from home.
With an outlet.
There's no electrical pandemic.
Well, Helen and John may restrict their electrical use. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't know why.
All right. Well, all right. So, yeah, you can catch Punk Rap, etc. on tomorrow around 2 o'clock. Tomorrow night, now, Tom Galati, I don't know where you went. Tom Galati said, are you doing a show? Did I miss the rest of that comment? I don't know if Tom Galati's doing something. But Don Sill is doing something tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. It won't be Put Up, Shut Up, or Stand Up, obviously, but he's doing something tomorrow. He'll be live from the Govs Radio page, and he'll be having some fun with you.
He's been working on it all week long, so it's going to be really fun.
And then Sunday, I don't have details yet, but we'll post it as we get it. But there is going to be a bonus limo talk on Sunday with Mike and Graz and the boys. I just found that out 2 seconds before we went on the air. So we'll get you more info as it comes in. Hello, Linda. Nice to see you.
Liz Jeffries watching.
Oh, hi, Liz. Greg DiFilippo. Going back, I thought that was cool. Oh, all right. You know what? What time is it? 11:18. We'll open up the phone lines. I know DJ D Love has been commenting something about a video. I don't know if he posts a lot of videos, so I don't know. He wants us to play a video. I don't know what that's about. But you can call in, give us a rap. We haven't talked to you in a few days. DJ, call in, give us a rap. And then maybe we'll share one of your videos later or something on the Govs Radio page. So I think that sounded like a cool idea with Danielle. She was, watching movies via Zoom or Instagram or Skype or whatever the hell they were doing, or just on the phone. That's a cool idea. But what else are you guys doing? I know it's just so weird because we come into a show like this with to talk about what's going on in our lives in the world. Hello, Valentina, and there's really nothing, because nobody's doing anything. So what do you talk about? Hey, did you see, so and so did a Facebook Live, so and so did YouTube Live. I mean, that would be the topic of conversation every day. Elton John is doing one this Sunday, apparently.
Oh, really?
He's doing some online
like they're
concert
announcing
thing.
ahead of time?
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, and it's cool. It's good to see, Mike Del Judas, he's been doing live shows. Our friend David Clark has been doing some. I think he's got another one coming tomorrow night. There's Kenny Shevlin watching. Hey, there's Eric. I think we mentioned it once before, thank goodness for the technology, because with all this going on, what the hell would we be doing without the technology?
I know. I think about like when you had cancer and, you were laid up, like it was all before Facebook. It was all before, so you had like music to listen to, movies to watch, the occasional phone call, the occasional visit.
Yeah, but
I think you would have done so much better with this.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, there was no, there was no, there were laptops, but there was no Wi-Fi, and everything had to be plugged in. Everything needed a firewall. So you were working off computers, which when I was sick, I didn't have. That wasn't an option.
Yeah.
And phone calls. Just wasn't an option either because, in-person contact was not really much of an option either because I was just so run down and so sick.
Yeah, and you probably just wanted to sleep.
But, yeah, stuff like this, to be able to, have outside contact through Facebook and all sorts of social media, that definitely would have made the time easier. I was completely cut off from the world. I remember not knowing certain, like, people like celebrities or political figures, public figures. I had no idea like who had died. Like I was finding out like 6 months later
for so long.
And I don't know why, but the first name that comes to mind was the actor Richard Crenna. He was in
Oh, yeah,
most. I
yeah.
think most people know. Fantastic actor, but I think most people know him for being in the Rambo. Was it just the first one, or maybe the first two? I forget.
Yeah, I think definitely more than one.
But he, I always, even before Rambo, I knew who he was. He was in some really great movies. Like in the '60s, Wait Until Dark, which is just a great movie, great play.
I always thought he was the
in
one
that.
in Tool Time, or is that someone else? Who's the one behind the fence that you
No,
can never see
I
the
don't-
face? Who's that guy?
I don't remember. I don't think that was him.
It may not have been,
I
but
don't
I
think
just
so.
kind of thought it looked like him.
But I remember just I was. It was like 6 months later that I found out he, after the fact that he died. So I don't know why he comes to mind now, but that's the first one I can remember. Valentina is going nutso staying home, she says. My cousin's virus in New York City on respirator. Oh, sorry to hear
it's
that.
awful.
Very
I know.
sorry.
It's so like the things that we're complaining about compared to like the people that are just also like 2 months ago, nothing in their life was different, and also now they're in New York City on a respirator. It's crazy.
Yeah, and our thoughts go out. We have a close friend of ours who lost her mother last night from the virus, and it's sad, because the family can't go.
They can't even go
be with their
visit
loved ones.
them during their last hour.
Yeah, our friend had to call her mother on the phone to say goodbye, which is just insane to me.
I know. You want to like break in the windows and say goodbye to your loved ones, but you absolutely understand what they're going through. They don't need 1,000 other people in there making everything worse. So I get it.
Graz is watching. Speaking of Graz, we mentioned that he's doing a bonus show on Sunday. Charles Goonan says an upside is I can ignore others, and I'm not a flake, just in quarantine.
Graz, quit texting us after midnight.
He already. I didn't even need to say anything. He apologized.
I'm still doing the look. Okay, how to get that off my chest?
Did you?
Yeah, let's talk about that a little bit.
Let's
and
not.
I'm not trying to hit Graz.
Well, let me remind you that you are the biggest enforcer of the let's not discuss behind the scenes stuff on the air.
Well, if you were to let me finish, I would have said it's nothing against Graz. I'm just talking about what are people's times? What are people's times that they want? No more texting. Like in my opinion, I think you shouldn't text anyone before 8:30 in the morning or 10 o'clock at night, or calls even. I think do you have a?
I personally
are you
would
go blank on this and you're not going to talk or?
Well, if you let me finish, I would personally. I think your 8:30, 10 p.m. rule is fair. I personally would go earlier and later, but I think your request is fair. It's not terribly late in the morning. It's not terribly early at night.
Yeah, and just give yourself a note to do the text in the middle of the afternoon or something. If it's an emergency, I mean, absolutely.
Earl Hindman was the actor who stood behind the fence.
But we have people in our lives who are like, well, I just wanted to it was just in my mind, so I just wanted to get it out so I didn't have to think about it anymore. Thanks, because I've been asleep for an hour. I don't get it.
Well,
and seriously, Graz, I'm so not picking on you. Thanks for apologizing.
she kind of is.
I'm not at all. In fact, every time I say something, I'm thinking, I hope he doesn't think I'm mad at him or something. I just because you weren't the only one. And every day it's something like that.
And Eric, hello, Michelle McDonald. Michelle McDonald last night commented during Graz's show that she loves me.
Who doesn't?
Oh, all right. Cool. I responded. I said, anybody can for $19.99 an hour.
No, they can't.
Why not? Especially now.
No.
We're not making any money.
No. Plus, more heebie-jeebies.
How do you...
No.
See, I didn't even think about that. I
Yeah.
didn't even think about these poor prostitutes are out of work.
I know.
There's no social distancing there.
So if Danielle Asher really does want to, how'd she put it?
What?
What did Danielle Asher say she was doing that we said she might go into prostitution?
Oh, self-marketing or something?
Self-marketing.
I'm not sure if it was something like that.
She'd have to use a big plastic, like they do in what's that movie?
In The Naked Gun, where they use the body condoms.
Yeah, she'll need a body condom.
That's no fun.
No, they didn't look like they were having fun.
I didn't even I have not even thought about these poor prostitutes that are out there trying to make a living.
See, we're complaining about that a murder mystery might be postponed till August, but here these poor people are out of work, prostituting.
Shut off your phone, she says.
Yeah, we can't because most times
she
we have
talking to?
like. No, she's saying that like because there's a lot of the people that do the texting at like 2:00 in the morning.
Oh.
They have their phone shut off when like, and then they're the people, and I totally get it. They're like, oh, I'm going to go to sleep now. Click, and they go to sleep. And we can't do that because we have like kids that text us, family members far away. We don't have the option of not being contacted if there's an emergency. So, yeah.
So, yeah. Hello, Zestos. Gina claims you're picking on her.
Oh, yeah. So there's been a handful of people that have gotten a talking to in our lives.
Well,
and
yeah,
Gina was one of them.
They're all lining up now. Valentina.
Valentina was one.
Oh, yeah. I felt bad for Valentina that time.
Well, okay. And that's just it.
In fairness to you, it was like 4:30 in the morning.
So Valentina's, because her and Greg have a breakfast show. And Valentina, like she is a worker. She has guests coming in left and right. There's so many things that are going on. And so she'll be so busy that she's one of those people that'll hit the voice thing for texting, and she'll just talk, and then something will come up, and she'll hit send, and you get the paragraph, and you're like, I can't find one word I know what she meant. So one time she was getting me pictures to show for her show a couple of hours later, and it was 4 a.m, and by the third one, finally, I just said, I was like, Valentina, it's 4 a.m, and then I don't think she realized that my phone was on, so she felt really, really bad.
Charles Goonan, when Graz texts, does he use the F word as freely and pedestrian as in life? Just fucking asking. Actually, he doesn't. He's much more. He's not. He's a lot nicer and sweeter, and not as profanity laced.
Really?
In person, I don't think he is. Do you think so?
It depends.
When he's on the air, he's a little feisty and he curses a lot.
Yeah.
I don't think my
well,
experience.
back here, kind of, yeah, a little bit, before the show. And I don't care, but I'm not Graz said fuck. I don't care about that.
And then Jude Renison, if you see a friend of yours who's a big-time star appear on your TV screen, you can message them anytime, right? Absolutely.
Oh, did Jude text you when he
Jude
found
is
you?
one of the people who've texted me saying who were just sitting in their house watching Hunters.
But not at 2 a.m.
No, it wasn't.
Or
at 2
6
a.m.
o'clock in the morning.
No.
Yeah.
Zestos is alone at home. Oh.
Yeah, it must be crazy for the people that don't have any face-to-face contact. Yeah.
Charles Goonan heard a prostitute in Times Square crying, "Who do you got to blow someone around here?"
Oh, that's so funny. That's great. That's great.
Danielle says she's alone too. Now you guys are making me say it. And Danielle, nice job. You've been posting videos of you singing and stuff, which I've enjoyed. Zestos, you should do video of yourself playing your bass or the guitar, whatever you got. I
want Mark White to do a bass.
Yeah, he promised.
Solo.
I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
I have noticed too. Everybody's now on their social media. Everybody's posting lists. Your first this, your last time you did that, your favorite band, you this, you that. There's a lot of that going around.
Oh, I thought you meant lists of things that they are can do now that they have the time.
No.
I've seen a lot of those lists.
No, shit. I just lost a. Just a list of different things, random questions. First concert, first kiss. Bands you can't stand, favorite TV shows. Stuff like that. Charles Goonan is asking, what is a cockatoo? A slow week for a prostitute. I've never heard that. Hunters, how about the right to arm bears? What?
Hunters, how about the right to arm bears?
Yeah, see, Valentina agrees. When she met Graz in person, he was so different than his show presence. We're ousting him. We're ousting him. Doesn't
ousting mean get rid of? And outing
No, we're
means...
exposing. We're
Yeah.
exposing.
Yeah, outing would mean exposing.
That's what I said.
Ousting.
Oh, did I say ousting?
Twice.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, right.
We're ousting you for texting us at 2 a.m.
Don't call us, Graz. You're not being thrown out. Everything's fine. Sorry about that.
He just has a vocabulary problem sometimes.
Speaking of passing the time, one thing that we did, 2 nights ago, I believe it was, if you're a fan of Steve Martin or Martin Short, they should have just put that together, Steve Martin Short. I didn't even think of that. If you're a fan of Steve Martin or Martin Short or both of them, they have a special playing on Netflix, I believe it is. It actually came out 2 or 3 years ago, but this was the first time we saw it.
It was funny.
Holy moly, I was hysterical. I was in hysterics. I'm having a stroke.
Yeah. I'm like waiting to see if like your tongue doesn't move right. You get that Bell's palsy look on one side of your face.
Yeah, this special I thought was hilarious. You have to like a little bit. You have to be a little bit old school with the type of shows you like, the type of comedy you like, because they did a little bit of that.
Like Carol Burnett shows.
Yeah, with these original songs that hope you had fun tonight type stuff. But the lyrics were funny.
Yeah.
But this show was just hysterical. It's only like an hour and 15, something like that. It is really such a. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I've always been
out loud a lot.
Oh yeah, I've always loved Martin Short.
Yeah, he's so smart and funny.
And Steve Martin too, one of the smartest comedians. Back in the day when he was doing stand-up comedy. I mean, not everything worked, but the ideas were still so original and so smart. I just think I've always thought he was hilarious. Even when he was in the 70s, when he was up and coming, I used to see him on TV, and I was always hysterical at this guy. I mean, there's nobody. I think since him, there's nobody like him.
A little bit.
Nah, Dana Carvey does impressions, and he's never been successful doing anything but impressions.
Yeah.
Saturday Night Live was the only successful thing he's ever done in Wayne's World, but that was really Mike Myers' baby. His stand-up is nothing like Steve Martin.
Right.
I just him coming up in the 70s, and I remember my mother telling me she saw Steve Martin in the 60s before he was famous, and yeah, she said the whole crowd was just like he was opening up for somebody. I want to say Dionne Warwick. I don't know if that's right, but she said the crowd was just like, "What in the world
She's
is
an
going
icon."
on?
Is that the one your mommy was making fun of me about?
Yes.
Danielle
Asher too was that day was saying she's an icon. Well, she kind of is.
Dionne Warwick.
She's definitely.
I remember her on like the Mike Douglas show once. I can't even picture her doing anything else.
Oh no, she did plenty. She was huge at one point.
Yeah.
60s and 70s, I would say she was huge. Yeah, I would say most people would consider her an icon. Yeah. These days, she's not. She hasn't really lasted through time as. You wouldn't see her as an icon today. She's not as popular now. She hasn't had a hit record in 30 years.
She's still alive?
Oh yeah, still alive. Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
Dion. You're an icon.
She was just on The Masked Singer.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Thank you, Charles Gooden. Yeah, see, he said that special was great.
It was great. Yeah.
And hopefully we get back to normal soon, because the two of them, Charles Gooden, are supposed to play Jones Beach this summer.
Oh yeah.
Which that is.
I'm going to be sad to miss all the concerts on the lawn this summer, plus Jones Beach.
Bite your tongue. We're still going. Everything's still good. We're going to be back to normal by then. We have to be.
Yeah, it's gonna be like have you gone to the stores yet where like at All American Burger Place, they're only letting 2 or 3 people in at a time, and the lines around the block. So we're gonna have to take turns sitting on the lawn, 6 feet apart for the concerts.
Oh. Jeff Bo, sorry I had some non-fun stuff to do. I hope you're okay, Jeff. Hope everybody's okay. Hope everybody is staying safe. Hope everybody's still staying sane.
It sounds like Jeff is still kind of working. Does he have one of those jobs that he can still work and not?
He was working the other day.
People?
Yeah, I mean, he works with, weights and scales. Is that considered essential?
You know what? I thought Benny did that, weights and scales. What does Benny do?
Benny is not weights and scales. Benny is a foot surgeon.
No.
I have no
Jeff,
idea
what does Benny do for a living? Is it the same thing that you do? I just totally mixed you guys up.
Oh, yes.
She's an icon. I've asked people since the talk. Not lasted, but in the past.
Yes, and
Okay,
that's exactly what I just
apologize.
said, yes. And then Felix says, best bit Steve Martin did was on Carson, the Great Flydini. Yeah, if you haven't seen, we just watched that yesterday. Because I've been on a big Steve Martin kick after watching that special.
Yeah.
I've been watching. The Flydini, I agree. The Flydini was the best. If you haven't seen it, look up on YouTube, Johnny Carson, Steve Martin, the Great Flydini. Fly, F-L-Y, Dini, D-I-N-I. Hysterical. There's also a clip from the early 70s of him trying to do stand-up jokes for dogs. They bring a bunch of dogs out. And he's trying to do a stand-up act for dogs. It kind of bombs, but I thought it was hysterical.
But it bombs in like a funny way.
Plus, the idea is just so funny. And he grabs a dog whistle, and he's like, you people aren't going to hear it, but these dogs are going to love it. And then he's just dancing around with this thing.
And the dogs are just looking at him like he's an idiot.
One dog gets up and leaves.
Like they have this look on this face, like I came out here for a sausages, and you're just dancing like an idiot.
Benny is a machinist, says Andrew Plajanos.
Okay.
As is Andy.
Okay.
Andy, you guys aren't still working, are you? You let everybody go home?
Yeah, I think Andy had a really hard time with it because he's had his employees for a long time, and
they're not fired.
I know, but it's just it's a hard time for the people. It's a hard time for the people that are asked to leave for a little while, and it's really also hard for the people that have to ask them to leave. I think. I mean, it's all difficult.
Jeff says he is essential. I don't know to who, but he is essential. No, I'm kidding.
He's essential to us.
Andy hit the nail on the head.
Oh, that he's a machinist.
Oh. But why, Jeff? Why, and I'm being serious for once. Why would your job be essential? I'm not knocking your job. I don't get it. Maybe I'm missing something, or maybe I'm not understanding the full scope of your job. Speaking of which.
Oh.
Hello there, essential worker.
Hello, I am an essential worker myself. My name is Dr. Fedora. How are you doing today?
Oh, Dr. Fedora is on the line. It is a pleasure. To speak to you. I've been a fan of your videos, and I find them very educational and essential.
Yes. That other person you've been talking about, Mr. Jeff Bossy.
Yes.
He is an essential worker too because he deals with the scales and going ahead with the scale industry with garbage and the pill manufacturers and the airports. He's very essential to for the economy.
So what is it? The scales are meant for on planes, you say? So things are like measured to go on a plane?
Would you like to see the plane go down if it's overweight?
I would not.
You don't see a whole bunch of fat people getting on a plane. They go, you get on a plane because you're way too big.
So do you have to, if you have to weigh things going on a plane, do you weigh the people first so that you can subtract what else you could put on the plane?
I wouldn't know this. I would be asking them, Mr. Jeff Bossy. I am only a doctor. I'm telling you about things that have been going on from day to day about the COVID-19. Today, I have also the NPR report about a debate where we should be getting some sort of stimulus and help.
Oh.
I have come up with, yes, and they've been debating whether they should be giving us money or not.
I could definitely use a stimulus.
I have found the perfect way to take care of the bills. It is by taking them one by one out of your mailbox.
Yes.
Or throwing them in the trash. It helps deal with the anxiety of them staring you in the face. Or you never have to pay for them ever again because they are in the trash. That is one way to handle bills that come in.
And as a doctor who collects a lot of checks and bills and payments, you definitely suggest this practice of throwing the bills in the trash?
Wants to go ahead and keep a sane mind these days? Absolutely.
Oh. That's interesting. That's interesting. That's a helpful tip. Thank you, Dr. Fedora. Where exactly is Dr. Fedora from?
I am from Austria, but of course.
Oh, all right. That's why I didn't really get the accent. I don't know if I've ever met anybody from there.
Have you not seen The Sound of Music?
Oh, yeah.
Once I go ahead. I count for you in German too, in Austrian. Eins, drei, vier, boom. I mean, it's all together now.
Yes, it is making a lot more sense to me now. You have quite a bit of knowledge in that fedora, let me tell you.
Well, that's where I keep all my knowledge. If I take off the fedora, all the knowledge goes out the window.
See, it almost sounds like a little bit of Irish mixed in there, too, doesn't it? Like when he says the word fedora, it sounds Irish.
Goonan said Dr. Fedora is obviously a Nazi.
Oh, my goodness.
I discredit that person.
So
I have to get back to it. I have lots of things to do today. I have many, many patients I have to see, and many discoveries I must go ahead and formulate some sort of ideas on.
Are you
have a
keeping?
great show. Guess what? Go ahead.
Are you keeping it? Are you? Wow, he doesn't get mad in his videos, so this is a new side of him. It's like dealing with grass. Do you practice social distancing when you're visiting your patients?
Once, absolutely. I show them the way out the door. Won't you mocking me?
No, I was laughing.
I am on the phone.
I was laughing. You were very funny, Fedora.
I think you were mocking him a little bit.
No, absolutely not.
I must tell you, I'll be having my premiere sometime, I think, on the Saturday. I am not sure, but we shall see.
I'm sorry, you're doing what on Saturday?
A premiere.
Oh, a premiere.
Premiere.
What, you mean your next video, you mean?
Oh, yes. Yes, it's very nice video. You should definitely check it out on Saturday.
Oh, I definitely will. Thanks for letting us know. We'll even share it on the Govs Radio page.
Okay. O'Neill. Baka, I go.
Thank you, Dr. Fedora. Please call back again. Dr. Fedora, ladies and gentlemen. Very sound advice. Useful stuff. Good tips to adhere by during this crazy time. Check out Dr. Fedora on Facebook. Lots of good advice from Dr. Fedora. So that's a great special. So we talked about that. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, we better have our shows at Jones Beach and
I know
the parks and everything go back to normal by the summer.
There are some things, though, that we have to, take. I don't know if you guys are dealing with this. I mean, if you live alone, you have your own issues. But, both our kid issues, the kids are eating garbage.
I think a lot of us are going to come out a few pounds
fat.
heavier when this is all over.
I don't know whether we're stress eating because we're a little worried or we're home, so there's nothing to do but that. But we were actually going to go home today and have a meeting because one of them only eats ice cream, one of them only eats French fries, and we're like, what the heck is going on here?
Nothing wrong with that. and if any of them are watching right now, they're like, oh shit.
And here's the thing, Cindy lives with me, and she's my sister, so she actually cooks, and she made this amazing minestrone soup yesterday with all these vegetables and garlic and everything really healthy and good for you, and I'm just sad that they're walking past it and grabbing Skittles.
Hi, you're on the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
What's up there, Tony? What's going on? This is DJ D Love.
Hey, DJ.
DJ D Love in the house. How are you, pal?
Not bad. How you guys are doing?
So what are you doing during this time? You just hanging out in your home?
No, just hanging out, doing my stuff. You know how it is.
Yep. Is this? But do you feel? Does it bother you to have to stay in all day, or you don't? Or you're cool with it?
I'm cool with it. I like it. It's fun.
Yeah, there's probably no field trips anymore. No more bingo and no more, going out for ice cream and.
Yeah, but he's cool with it. He says so. That's great. Good for you. And what are you doing? You're hanging out with your roommates, and you guys are playing games and watching TV and stuff together.
Nope, I was practicing my DJ stuff. I wanted you to play my video, please, Tony.
Yes, yeah. I wanted to ask you that. What video? Because you posted a few videos. So which video would you like?
The one I give you.
The one you gave me?
Did you give it to me too, or just to Tony?
What'd you do? You emailed me one?
No, I gave it to you on Facebook. Messenger.
Facebook Messenger?
Yeah.
Let me see. I don't see. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, from Monday?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
You got it?
I will. I'll tell you what. I'll post it on the Govs Radio Facebook page. How about that?
Thank you, yes.
You got it. I will do that this afternoon. All right. So you got a little rap for us to get our weekend started, keeping us all happy.
Yes. It's that time, guys. I got to do for you guys.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I got a song for you guys. Actually, I got a rap for you guys today.
Let's hear it.
Here you go.
Good.
DJ T's Love is Mike on the mic, man. I just missed you guys. Man, I'm trying to get through it all week long. Man, I don't know what I'm going to do, man. I'm just chilling. I practice my DJ stuff. Man, I'm just bugging. I'm just chilling at home. Going outside one day, just chilling outside. Man, I'm just bugging. I don't know what I'm going to do next. Man, I'm just chilling and watch you guys on radio TV. That's what I'm doing, man. That's DJ D Love. Peace, yo. DJ D Love says, be safe, wash your hands, and be love, you guys.
I like that ending. DJ D Love says, wash your hands. I like it. Good advice. So, and you're practicing hard, huh? Getting ready for things to get back to normal so that you can go up to Boston and do a show here in August, right?
Yo, yeah, I can't wait, guys. Like I just been listening up too.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go to Boston because I can't wait to go to see the new kid on the block.
That's right. That'll be cool. Looking forward to that. So hopefully things get back to normal quick.
Yeah, Black Kids can't wait. It's going to be a big day. Can't wait. It's going to be awesome.
Nice. All right, DJ D Love, thanks for the call. Good to hear your voice. And enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you on Monday.
Yeah, I hope so, too. Be safe, guys.
All right.
My video.
Yeah, I will post it this afternoon on the Govs Radio Facebook page.
I think tell everybody look at it, too.
Will do.
I got to see know what the magic word is, right? 3,
Ready.
2, 1. See ya. Booyah.
Booyah! Deuces! DJ D Love, ladies and gentlemen. DJ D Love.
Do you have to pick between, what is it, booyah?
Booyah!
And
are you not familiar with booyah?
Or do you have to do both at the same time?
Yeah, let me hear you do both at the same time.
Booyah! Deuces! Yeah, some people are saying that they're gaining weight. Some people are saying that they're finally eating for the first time and now they're losing weight.
Oh.
Zesters, that's where I want to be starting today because I've been the other way for like the last week. Oh.
You're live in the Knockem Dead Comedy Radio Show. Who's this?
Carol Miner from Dallas, Texas.
You're not leaving a voicemail. Carol Miner.
This is Carol Miner. From
How are you, Miss Sallie?
How are you, Carol?
First thing first.
Yeah.
Were you anywhere near this earthquake?
No.
Okay, good. All right, happy to hear that.
No, we're still standing.
Nice.
How are you guys?
We're good. We're it's
we're in New
everything's
York,
weird.
so
yeah.
we're a little worried because in Texas, I don't think it's as bad as New York. Like I'm like concerned because I feel like in Manhattan, the cases are crazy, and now everyone's out of work, so they're coming back home to Long Island, and now we're all gonna get it.
What's it
We're traveling
like?
to Florida.
Oh yeah. Oh really? Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to Florida. They're jumping on flights because they figure if they're off, they're gonna go to Florida.
Well, and then they get to Florida and they're crowding the beaches.
I can't imagine unless I really for life and death had to get on a plane. I can't imagine choosing to get on a plane right now because you get a cold on a plane any day of the week. Like, why would you pick to? And I noticed that like if there's like 3 people in a row, they're not letting people sit in the middle row. Like that's going to make any difference.
That they're social
in the entire
distancing
world.
on the plane. They're no middle seats and every other row.
Yeah,
My
I
girlfriend
don't get it.
is a flight attendant for Delta, and she just had to go back to work.
Wow.
So, and
I'd
I
be
have a lot of
nervous.
friends who are pilots, from United to American to Southwest, and Southwest headquarters and American are here in Dallas.
But you would think that they would. You would think, just. I mean, as much as it stinks to say, you would think all flights for that exact reason. Do you think they cancel them because you're in that that contained space, which is where a lot of people catch stuff?
Yeah, other
Do you think they would
countries shouldn't
shut it
be
down?
kind of going back and forth right now. We have our own lot in life to deal with, and we've
Right.
just stop it.
Well, especially my husband still has to work.
Oh no,
He's
kidding.
essential.
What does Mike do?
Mike works for a medical company, and he is the one for the area of Dallas West and does ventilators.
Oh
and
wow.
he also has to make sure they're up and running and has to install the upgrades and this is, and there's so much going on, and it's funny because when when you hear stuff and you know that you're in the thick of it and you hear it firsthand from within the community that it's affecting.
Sure.
He's having problems getting parts for his customers because the parts come from Sweden and Germany.
Okay.
And then their headquarters is in Wayne, New Jersey. So it's all under really strict guidelines because it has to be done by FDA standards.
Right.
So when you hear that Ford and GM are going to start making ventilators where the top three company can't even get parts for their own ventilators in the United States, I don't see how that's possible. So as much as they're telling you that they're going to be able to do it, if you're putting your hopes on that, don't.
Right.
Put your hopes on the companies that are already in place in trying to get ventilators and respirators and all these things. And right now, what they're talking about with New York, because the salesman in New York, he just put an order in for 2,000 ventilators from Cuomo in Mike's company.
Right. Oh, okay. Yeah. I bet Mike never thought he'd be so popular, huh?
I know.
Yeah.
Knowing Mike like I do, I'm glad he's on it. What a great guy, smart, great guy.
He is. He is. I picked a good one the second time. I did well.
Yes, you did. He definitely is one of those guys. As soon as you meet him, you're like, this guy is great.
Yeah, but Carol's
Just
the
love
same
this
way.
guy.
Like I met you both exactly at the same time, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I liked them both immediately.
Yes.
Yeah, but I'm still a Hicksvillian at heart.
Yes, you are.
But I just to let you guys know, I mean, because he actually is still going to hospitals. He just went yesterday to Fort Worth, and it was crazy. He calls me. He's like, "What's with the traffic?" Because Dallas has got a lot of cases. Dallas County shut down, stay in place. Collin County shut down, stay in place. Tarrant County, Denton County, we're all staying in place.
Wow.
Parks are closed, everything's closed because we don't have enough tests. We can't test people, so they're actually saying, if you think you're positive, act like you're positive and stay home.
Sure.
Yeah, everyone should really, unless you have to go out there and help others, just pretend you're sick, because you don't know.
Didn't we see something on the news last night about, was it Dyson just created some kind of new ventilator that they put it together in 2 weeks?
They used to do, they were a company that manufactured something else, and then they just turned it around, or maybe it was maybe I'm thinking of it was a company that made something, and they turned it around and changed all the ingredients and just made more stuff like Perel.
No.
It was something like that.
No, I'm not.
That's what I saw.
No, there was something about it was Dyson. They put together they invented some kind of what is it?
A ventilator. I know what you mean. Yeah.
Man, I'm stroking out today. They made some kind of ventilator they were able to make one in just a few hours or something. So they're going to start mass producing. Forgive me, I didn't see the whole article, but. Wow.
But they still have to have the trained people because it has
true.
It goes, because when they start saying they're going to split a respirator. Now, the respirator's set up for people on how they, based on age, based on health, for the amount of rest that they get out of the ventilator.
Yeah.
So you can't put an 80-year-old on the same as a 20-year-old and split it, because also a ventilator, how it works is it breathes in and breathes out. You can't filter what's going into the next person.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it's they're working on it. What they did say, just so that they are using the equipment in the emergency rooms and the operating rooms that are for anesthesia that, are that will keep you alive as well. So they're going to start using them.
Okay.
And also they've looked into using the CPAPs that people use for sleeping.
Yeah, CPAPs.
Right.
Even like nasal cannulas, that might help a lot. Like putting just a simple thin tube down someone's nose into their lungs.
Right. So, and that's the issue. I mean, right now I'm dealing with this long distance. I have family that is COVID-19 positive in New York.
Oh, wow. Sorry to hear.
So,
but are they doing, and again, we mentioned earlier we have a close friend who just lost their mother last night, but so no disrespect, but luckily, thankfully, the percentage-wise, the numbers are still low. Most people are surviving it. So
right, fatalities, right.
Yes, thank goodness. Most people are surviving it. So your relatives here, they're doing okay?
No.
Oh,
One
really?
is 97.
Oh, wow.
And she's the least of it, and the other one just went to the emergency room, got transported by ambulance because now has bacterial pneumonia.
Yeah.
Wow.
But in the long scheme of things, that one doesn't really.
That one doesn't really count.
Just saying.
Carol thought she had internal thought right now.
Yeah. Well, that was supposed to be inside. Did I say that outside? Sorry.
You used external thought.
When I answered the phone, I said, "You're live on the air."
Oh yeah, that was sorry.
Now, how's your son doing? Because we had a comedian here the other day, Lou Pratz, who has a special needs son. We have Bonnie Scalisi, who hosts a show here. She has 2 special needs sons. It's in fact, just last night, my daughter, for the first time, I heard a complaint about, because she's been home without program for 2 weeks now. And it wasn't anything major. It was just a slight complaint. But to me, I'm thinking, all right, well, here it comes. She's going to start complaining how bored she is. She wants to get back to normal. So how's things with you guys?
We're okay. Well, that's really good. You should be proud of Sammy. That's her, one little complaint. You're doing a good job there, buddy.
Sammy's great.
I mean, look, you do. Tony and I have talked about this a lot. With having a kid who is on the spectrum. That it's called the spectrum for a reason because they're all different.
Yeah.
It was tough and a little anxiety-ridden once his job closed. Zach is not working.
Right.
So that kind of created anxiety because, our kids like structure.
Right.
And they want to know day to day what's happening. And being stagnant is not good.
Yeah.
So we, and there's not much you can do because he was, he's been out of work for over 2 weeks and they don't even know when they're coming back.
Right.
So it's been a little tough. Only 2 meltdowns, which for 2 weeks, I'm like, whoo,
yeah, that's a good
buddy.
thing. Yep.
I think I've had more.
That's funny.
I have not been considered on the spectrum as far as I know.
Carol, that's really funny. Well, it's funny also, like, when you, I don't know if you listened to the show earlier, but we're talking about, like, how the kids, like, they're just eating, like, garbage. But as we were driving here, I was like, you know what? The only one who actually eats decent is Sammy. Sammy still eats, like a normal human being.
Yeah, Zach too. It was funny because, he has his routine, for breakfast, and he has a routine for lunch, and dinner. I cook a lot, so it's kind of like the same thing. Not the same eating, but, this is what we do, this is how much we're supposed to eat. But the other day I had to go to the grocery store, and it was like I broke out. I just got in a flop sweat just thinking I had to go to the grocery store. I'm like, oh, my God, I'm sweating, and I'm pacing, and Mike's like, are you going or aren't you going?
I felt like, I don't know if you watched The Walking Dead, but I was walking through the alley I'm Glenn from The Walking Dead getting supplies. Like, I could totally be Glenn. Dun,
yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah.
Oh, I'm telling you, if I still had my car like I had in Hicksville and having the bat in the back, I'd be walking down the aisles with a bat in my in the cart going, all right, And I told Mike, of all people, so I got gloves on, right? I even have, I'm staying away from everybody. You look and it's like, there's no pasta. There's hardly any bread. So, of course, I'm like, I'll take a loaf. I'm not going to hoard bread. I don't even eat carbs. So
I got to backtrack here. Wait, you had to carry a bat around in Hicksville?
No, she's saying.
In the back of my car.
You did? You still put a bat in the back of your car?
Yeah, because,
that's you being in Texas. Like,
no, she said in Hicksville. In Hicksville, she's saying.
When? Is she here now?
In the 80s.
You have to start all over again?
I thought you meant this week. Sorry.
No. Listen,
sorry.
I love New York. I miss New York. I do love Texas, but there's no freaking way you're getting me in that New York state right now.
You had to carry a bat around in Hicksville?
Yeah.
In the 80s?
Yeah.
I carried a small bat in my car. I had one like under my bed, and I always had knives in my purse. Of course.
I had a knife. That was my introduction in walking to school in 7th grade.
Right.
My brother sat right before because I'm in the B section. Remember,
Yeah.
Tony? You
I
in the
remember.
A?
Yeah.
I always had a switchblade in my purse.
Yeah, and that was the thing. It was great because he's like, here, if you're walking to school, you're gonna be taking this. And I was like, excuse me. What is happening? He's like, no, you're going to keep it on you. So, between your Aquanet and your eyeliner that's 5 feet long.
Tony doesn't know because he just has a brother. Like, if you have sisters, you know.
Yeah, so that was my introduction, and I had that, and I still have it, actually.
And you guys had a reason? Like,
you people, you men, yeah. It's
Yeah.
a different
What, are you
world. And I will gut you like a pig. So.
Right.
Well, but wait a minute, though. You're saying back then, when you lived in Hicksville as a kid, you had it?
Oh, ever since I was a kid, I've always had
grade.
it.
As soon as I started walking to junior high.
You've seen my knives. I probably stopped using them.
I've seen them, yes.
A handful of years ago.
I understand that, but I'm asking you about back in the day in Hicksville.
Absolutely.
And both of you had, you guys had to use these weapons at least once in Hicksville back in the 80s.
Yeah, you have to remember where I lived. So it was actually I was at 2 miles walking junior high.
Yeah.
So that's when you could walk across the fields in school.
Yeah.
You walking.
Yep.
So and there were times I got followed walking, even with my girlfriend walking, and where you'd have to ditch behind like the side of a house.
Yep. Yeah.
Right? See, Sallie knows what I'm talking about.
In fact, the only time that I was actually more mad at myself than, the guys in the car. One time I was like running at night, like after school, like, I was like 16, 17, as if I didn't need to run more because I always played sports. But no, I needed to go jogging. So, a little obsessive. So I remember like running down South Oyster Bay Road and, the car that pulls up fast and, to like run behind whatever tree, house. We've all been there. And, I'm running and I don't have knives with me. I felt like a freaking idiot.
Well, I'm watching the comments, and Gina's like, I see Gina says, Carol's a really nice person. I really am.
Well, yeah, I'll vouch for you. And Tom Galati, too.
I'm not very big. I'm only 5 foot nothing.
Yeah, me too.
So it's like one of those things. Like, listen, are you going to come after me? I'm going to protect myself.
And my dad was a cop, so he like showed me,
right.
Fighting, what to go for. And in fact, he did such a good job that that when my first year in college, it was like my second year, I had to take a gym class. And so I took self-defense for women. And I did so well that the lady gym teacher asked me to stay the next semester as a teacher assistant.
Nerd.
Oh, see, you were one of the good ones. See, you have to,
like
Tony will tell you, I didn't start out this good.
I have no comment. No comment.
I didn't start out this good. I was the person hanging out at F&M Deli with Billy Ryder. I'm just saying.
Well, yeah, if you're from Hicksville and you hear the name Billy Ryder, you just know it's trouble.
Oh, God, that's my brother. I swear. That guy, but see, his dad worked at the deli, so
yes,
it was like we were being rebellious, but still had protection.
And that's my point right there. You want to come across as a badass. Meanwhile, you got daddy in the deli. There was no need to. I never saw that. I never saw the need to carry a bat, a knife, or anything.
Because you're a guy.
Well, right. I'm not arguing with you guys. I'm just telling you what it was like from my perspective.
You don't get dragged into bathrooms and behind buildings.
Well, I owe you guys an apology. I didn't realize you guys thought I was stalking you. I was just looking at your asses as you guys were walking home.
You're lucky I didn't pull my little one on you.
That's what I would have been doing to you.
Boy, did I open up that door for you.
Thank you very much.
I was like, the second it happened, I'm like, and here we go.
Open door, walk through. Thank you.
I am not predictable.
But see, it was just one of those things. Like, I love where I come from, but I'm happy where I'm at.
Wow. Well, I'm not, because we don't get to see you.
Yeah, I don't feel that way about Long Island now, but like back in the day. It was
like
worse.
I'm happy that I'm not like I like having it being nostalgic in my memories.
Sure.
And being away and having let me tell you, if someone told me I'd be living in Dallas, Texas area, I would have smacked their face.
like
no
my dad
way, I'm
taught
moving
me
to Texas.
My dad taught me to change a tire. And he point blank said, you need to learn how to change your tire, and you need to learn how to change it quickly, because you don't ever want to be out there when someone pulls behind you to see if they can help you. Because you don't know who that person's going to be. And he's like, thank goodness for the people that are really there to help you, but you have to learn how to do this well and quickly.
That person could be a good Samaritan.
Yes.
Oh,
and you
no.
know what happens to the good Samaritans? They wind up getting hit by the cars.
Which is why you got to let them help you, so that they'll get hit instead of you.
So they're the target.
There you go.
It's like, listen, you keep doing that. I'm just going to stand about like 5 feet over this way, and just watch from a distance, just in case something happens.
Which brings it all full circle, because now you're back to social distancing.
Right. Well, I'm just glad that you guys are okay. I was thinking about the kids and Sammy and Zach, but my Zach, he's doing okay.
Good.
But Mike has to go and fix 4 ventilators on Monday, so
All right, well, you guys, all the best. We're thinking of you, and don't be a stranger. Give us a buzz back and let us know how you're all doing down there.
We're fine. You guys just take care of yourself. Right
Thanks,
now,
Carol.
we got to remember this in the long run.
Yes.
And that to try to be a little nicer to each other.
Agreed, 100%. You're the best,
So-
Carol. Thank you so much.
Thanks,
All
Carol.
right, love you guys. Hugs
you.
to the kids, okay?
All the best to
Okay.
your family that's up here, at the doctor's in the hospital.
Yeah, one, okay. No, it's all right.
Thanks, Carol.
Thanks,
All
Carol.
right, love you guys.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a great day.
You too.
She's
Carol
funny.
Miner.
She's really funny.
Carol Miner down there in Texas, regular viewer of our show. She's awesome. We're good?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Quick announcements. Don't forget this weekend, Govs Radio. Tomorrow morning at 11, a new day with Pastors Joaquin and Sharon. They're very special guests, our own Dr. Ken Pichelle and his wife, April. Looking forward to that. Hope it goes well. Hope you guys can make it happen. Tomorrow around 2 o'clock, Punk Rap Etc. with MJ. She's doing a little bonus episode.
It will just be audio.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So if you go to govsradio.com, right there on the homepage, there's a watch now, and you click on it to watch the videos, or there's a listen now, and you click on that just to hear audio. That is the only place you'll find Punk Rap, etc. tomorrow around 2 o'clock. govsradio.com. I'm not sure, Tom Galati, what he's doing. Did he?
It was news to me. I thought he was just going to cancel until he figured out what to do with the show. So I'm not sure what he's doing, but
Yeah.
we'll put notice out.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely get more info out over the weekend as far as what's happening. Don Sill is doing something on Govs Radio on the Facebook page tomorrow night at 7. He's putting together something that's going to be kind of funny. Sorry, I didn't say kind of funny. I didn't mean. He's been working hard to make a good show happen. It'll be what I wanted to say. It's going to be kind of different. It's not going to be the usual game show. It's something else, but it's going to be fun. So check out Don tomorrow night at 7. And then the boys from Limo Talk, they're doing a bonus episode sometime on Sunday. Don't have details yet, but we'll get that. We'll be posting it on our social media, so keep an eye out. And unfortunately, we haven't been able to do much here in the studio. But we appreciate your patience. As we're trying to get the shows out to you. Teespring.com, we're still looking for support. You can get the mugs, the hats, the gloves, shirts, everything with the Govs Radio logo on it, because we are hoping as soon as things get back to normal, we're going to get right to work in here and get things happening. One exclusive I'll give you is that after things are back to normal, we do have one new show planned. Rich Walker, comedian Rich Walker, he's been playing governors and all over the place for many years now. He's put together the Rich Walker Show, which will be coming to you from Govs Radio once things get back to normal. And I think that's all we got for now.
Have a really nice weekend.
Yeah, have a great weekend. Again, enjoy our shows. Enjoy yourselves. Stay sane. Stay safe. Keep smiling. We'll be back here Monday at 11. We're good. All right. Thanks, everybody. Have a good